Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to another one of my Halo 4 primary weapon breakdown videos. Today we're going to be looking at the Covenant Carbine, the Covenant's answer to the human primary precision weapons. First, I'm going to spend a little time talking about nomenclature. A carbine is a shortened rifle, usually of an equivalent rifle design, just like how the M4 carbine is the carbine version of the M16 rifle. The Covenant Carbine may be misnamed because at 122 centimeters, it is longer than many equivalent rifle designations in the Covenant Armory. Nonetheless, this gun with UNSC official designation Type 51 carbine was first seen in Halo 2. It made a return in Halo 3, and just like in Halo 2, it is used by many light infantry such as the Jackals, the Elites, and the Brutes. The gun took a hiatus in Halo Reach, being replaced instead by the Needle Rifle. The Needle Rifle was different in that it was able to fire in full auto. The most recent version of this weapon is seen in Halo 4, and it's used by the Storm Covenant. The weapon is recoil operated and capable of only semi-automatic fire. What we would call the magazine contains both a charge and a projectile. The mechanism for launch is still yet unknown. It fires an 8.7 by 60mm caseless radioactive projectile. We could also call it a mini fuel rod. Now I'll examine how it performs in multiplayer. This gun has an 18-round magazine and is capable of performing a mag dump in 4.0 seconds, giving it a rate of fire of 270 rounds per minute, the highest in any of the loadout precision primary weapon class. It has a reload time of 2.5 seconds. This is the worst in its class. When zooming in, it has the same level of zoom magnification as the battle rifle. Although the reticle is fairly large, you can control the shot dispersion by being more steady with your shots instead of firing as fast as you can, as I'll demonstrate on the screen right now. As with all the other headshot capable weapons, when you aim over an enemy's head, a small dot will appear in the center of your reticle. This gun takes 7 shots to knock down an enemy's shield and 1 to the head to kill, or 12 total body shots to kill. This is the same zoomed and unzoomed. It also takes 5 shots and a melee in any combination to make a kill. With the time it takes to fire 8 shots, this gun has a time to kill of 1.78 seconds, which is about the same as the DMR. Also, if you hit all your shots, you can make 2.25 kills per magazine on fully shielded opponents. Out of all the primary weapons, the Covenant Carbine has the largest reticle by far. This is both a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing in close quarters because it makes target acquisition a breeze, but at distances, hitting your target seems to be more of a matter of the laws of probability. Although you can achieve a more consistent shot grouping, it is to your advantage to use this weapon to its best strength, which is its rate of fire. Regardless, the DMR still has the advantage at range due to its higher magnification level and its more consistent shot dispersion. One mechanic in Halo 4 that the Carbine takes better advantage of than other primary precision weapons is how you slow somebody down when you shoot them. As you can see in this clip, I'm slowing the person charging me with the sword. Utilize the gun's high rate of fire to slow down enemies who are trying to close the gap with other close quarters weapons. You can also use this mechanic to slow down enemies before they get into cover. The high rate of fire can also prove to be effective in knocking opponents out of zoom focus so that you can close the gap on snipers and other people with long-range weapons. What's interesting is that this gun has 4 clips of starting ammunition instead of 3 offered by the other rifles. For specializations, I definitely recommend Dexterity to cut down on the insanely long reload time, but the first specialization can be anything depending on your play preference. For armor abilities, I definitely recommend Promethean Vision, because the Carbine is naturally a close quarters weapon, and Promethean Vision is the best close quarters ability in the game. It's also possible to effectively pre-fire, something the battle rifle, DMR, and light rifle can attest to. Also, you could use Hardlight Shield if you anticipate being in long-range engagements that you have to get out of. For a secondary weapon, I would carry a bolt shot for close quarters infantry maps, as is the recommendation for all of my loadouts, and I would carry a plasma pistol for maps like Big Team Battle. My overall impression with the Carbine is that it takes a lot more practice to learn than the DMR or the battle rifle, and even a light rifle seems to be a little easier to handle. The Carbine is not as all-around as the battle rifle, and it's definitely not as proficient at range as the light rifle or the DMR. It's difficult to adopt a main slayer role with this weapon. The biggest hindrance is its long reload time and the number of shots it takes to kill. You have to get a lot of shots into people, and because of that, you have to be willing to let your teammates finish off weakened enemies at long ranges. Don't chase is one of the central tenets of Halo, and that's especially true with the Covenant Carbine. In conclusion, use the carbine where it excels, and that's close quarters. The carbine is the most roll-based of the primary precision weapons. Also, use this weapon's fire rate to your advantage. Start firing and don't let up. If you do let up, you negate one of the weapon's main advantages over others. On screen right now are some statistics I talked about this video regarding Covenant Carbine. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and you found this review informative. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for weekly Halo weapon breakdowns. Have a great day, guys.